It's a crazy racetrack here in Istanbul, and free practice 3 has been dramatic as ever. Welcome to Turkey in Istanbul. Let's take a look at the Drivers' and the Constructors' Championship. The Istanbul City Circuit, located in Turkey, hosts the 14th round of the Formula 1 season for 2020. Just 4 races remain in the Formula 1 campaign of this rescheduled year. For the first time since 2011, it's the Turkish Grand Prix, and it provides Lewis Hamilton with his first opportunity to win a 7th world title. In 2 weeks' time, we are off to Bahrain for the Bahrain Grand Prix. A week later, it's the Shakir Grand Prix on the Outer Loop circuit, followed by the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix on the 13th of December. Lewis Hamilton stands his first chance of winning the 2020 season. He sits on 282 points. Bottas is 197. If Hamilton scores more than 7 more points than Valtteri, he's a 7-time champion. Max Verstappen, well, he's in a battle of his own, really. So it's now looking between Daniel Ricciardo, Charles Leclerc, Sergio Perez, Lando Norris, Carlos Sainz, Alexander Albon, Pierre Gasly, all in the top 10, fighting for 4th in the championship. On the second page, well, it's then we see Lance Stroll still in the fight with Gasly, just a little bit further behind. Ocon really in 12th place, languishing on his own. And then Danny Kvyat is 13th, and in his worst season in Formula 1, Sebastian Vettel is down in 14th place with just 18 points. Nico Hülkenberg, though, still 15th on 10. 4 points apiece for the Alfa Romeo boys. Raikkonen ahead of Giovinazzi, 2 for Grosjean, 1 for Magnussen, and sadly no points on the board for Williams of Latifi or Russell. In the Constructors' Championship, Mercedes have done it. They were crowned as 7 times champion last time out at Imola, and now Red Bull, well, they've secured in 2nd place, but it's the battle for 3rd. Renault, McLaren, Racing Point, all within a point of each other. The race there is hotting up. Renault 135, McLaren, Racing Point 134. Ferrari is 6th. Yes, 6th on 103. AlphaTauri 89, 8 points for Alfa Romeo, 3 points for Haas, and no points on the board for Williams. It's the 2020 Turkish Grand Prix, and this is the Saturday practice review. It's a fantastic circuit here. It's been a bit spoiled by the fact that they've changed the layout in terms of the asphalt on the track. It's caused drama, not to mention this morning. But let's take a look around on F1 2011 with the last time we raced here with the Codemasters game with Lap Attack. Let's take a look around the 5.338 kilometre circuit of Istanbul Park. 58 laps ahead of us, a lap record of a 120.770 set by Juan Pablo Montoya in 2005. Start the lap, head downhill, open up the DRS zone into the downhill braking zone for turn 1. Be careful not to let the car go too deep, but you can pick up a very late apex as you hurtle uphill through 2 into the uphill heavier braking zone into turn 3. Banked part of the circuit, you immediately drop down the hill to turn 4. A sharp 90-degree right-hander into the 90-degree left at turn 5 and 6. Open up the kinetic energy system on the car as you launch uphill towards turn 7 before the fearless triple apex of turn 8. The drivers say this one is really going to be felt on the necks. 3 times left, left, and left again, all by trying to keep at full throttle at over nearly 200 miles an hour in a 2020 car. Drop down the hill, another 90 left, into the braking zone at turn 9 and turn 10, back up towards the second DRS detection point on the track at turn number 11. Now run all the way uphill with the DRS open into the braking zone of turn 12. Scene, of course, of Red Bull making their famous 1-2 crash in 2010. Hard on the brakes and overtaking opportunity here before the quick kink into turn 13 and the last corner turn 14. Hug the inside curb, open up the DRS once again and fire it to a line. That is a lap of the Istanbul Park circuit here for the Turkish Grand Prix. So let's get into the free practice 3 report then. And blimey, was it quite strange. Verstappen, quickest again. He's on for a Grand Slam here, fastest in every session so far across practice 1, 2 and 3. Verstappen's fastest in the final practice session, but heavy, and I mean heavy rain affected the runnings. Intermediate tyres swapped out for full wet tyres. Late on in the session, there was no getting around the fact that it was absolutely biblical. Noah would have gone faster in an arc around here, but it was a slippery session. Verstappen quickest on a now managed top every session, as I said, before qualifying. He's topped every practice session for the first time since Mexico. Back in 2018, but he didn't get pole that year, remember, where he won, though, in the race. Here in Turkey, he went on top on a 1:48.485 in terms of the session. Leclerc was second, Albon third, Ocon fourth, Norris fifth. But there was early spinners. Ocon spun round, then Leclerc, Norris also round, Daniel Ricciardo all spinning around. Bottas was way off the pace, he's completing one fastest lap as well. Haas had Grosjean spinning and Magnussen spinning as well. 14 drivers spinning in the first 14 minutes, as we were saying. It was wet in that session. Hamilton never went out to set a time. He did 3 runs to see if the track was good enough. Kimi Raikkonen did a practice start at the end of the session, but it was absolutely flooded. The problem is, the reason that they're so slippy is that there's a new track surface here, and the bitumen, the oil coming through the glue almost to the top of the surface, and it just creates an ice rink with the water. Water and oil don't mix, and it's an ice rink for all of the drivers. It's really not that good. So FP3, a bit of a letdown, but boy, were we excited as well, because this has really got us excited now for qualifying. We're excited in FP3. Qualifying is going to be fantastic. Let's take a look at the times then from FP3. Max Verstappen was fastest then in the third practice session on 1:48.485. Charles Leclerc is second at 1:49.430. Alexander Albon third at 1:50.059. Esteban Ocon fourth at 1:53.897. Lando Norris fifth at 1:53.995. Sebastian Vettel sixth at 1:54.490. Sergio Perez is 7th at 1:55.577. Valtteri Bottas 8th at 1:55.666. Kevin Magnussen 9th at 1:55.878. Lance Stroll rounds out the top 10 at 1:56.824. Daniel Ricciardo is 11th at 1:58.475. Then we get Carlos Sainz 12th at 1:59.548. Antonio Giovinazzi is 13th at 2:02.325. Pierre Gasly 14th, 2 minutes 2:473. Romain Grosjean 15th, 2 minutes 4:784. Followed by Kimi Raikkonen 16th at 2 minutes 6:351. And 17th for Daniel Kvyat at 2 minutes 9:368. George Russell, Nicholas Latifi and Lewis Hamilton not setting times. So we're going to be on air shortly for qualifying here for the Turkish Grand Prix. Join us, but from all us all here, bye for now.